So we're on Central London, we're on the Strand, which, if you know a Monopoly, is quite a desirable area. Arguably one of the busiest places in London. You could just see droves and droves and droves of people behind me. On my imaginary watch, it's about 3:30, so it's still a busy time, especially for coffee shops. But yeah, businesses, even legends such as Greg's, are shutting down. Why is that? I've already explained several times, rising rents, VAT, whatnot. I'm not going to get into that. But what I want to explain is, if you are trying to decide to open a restaurant or open a business, busy footfall does not always equal customers. And even if it does, it doesn't mean they're spending enough. Now let's take the example of Greg's. This was a Greg's, and you know, if you go to any town, any parade of shops, and there's a Greg's there, it is the busiest place in that vicinity of that town centre. But even here, it had to shut, even amongst all this footfall. And the reason is no matter what they sell it for, no matter how much volume they did, they could not pay the landlord or the rent and rates in time, as well as their costs. So they had to close up. Most of these coffee shops here are like Ole and Steen, Pret. Now listen, Pret, people might say it's not expensive, but they sell you half a baguette and charge you the premium for it. Things are expensive here. Coffee's like £5, £6, £7. It's to make the landlord the rent, the rates, and pay the bills and get along. Greg's unfortunately underpriced itself and couldn't get the volume in. It also goes into point number 2. This is full of droves and droves and droves of people. So you might think if you go and open up a place and you can capture that footfall, that you'll be able to go by. But here's the thing, here it's very much passing footfall. So it's good for a coffee shop, but even if you open a restaurant, it's very hard to try and make the business work, because these people want to get grab and go, grab and go, grab and go. In this case of Greg's, that still worked out for them, but they weren't priced well enough to keep up with the rent and the rates and the expenses that come with the Strand. And this is so sad, because what this does, forget Greg's, because Greg's is a chain, it stifles creativity. If you're an independent and you have this amazing idea and you find a place which has the footfall for your idea, you won't be able to keep up with the rent, you won't be able to keep up with the rate, as well as the taxes and the employee, everything, the cost, it just becomes so astronomical that it really stamps out the dream before you even get there. And this is what modern Britain's about, unfortunately.